The Nürburgring Challenge is essentially the culmination of Subaru's chassis development for the WRX STI. The development concept of the new model, the WRX STI, was to take its driving performance to the limit. We teamed up with Tommy Mäkinen, the world-renowned driver, to test drive the car. Mäkinen, who achieved the feat of winning the World Rally Championships 4 years in a row, was so impressed with Subaru's car-making philosophy that he decided to take part. His involvement in Subaru today goes as far as giving us advice on the development of mass-production cars. Expert driver Mäkinen and Subaru engineers work jointly to develop a car that can be driven exactly according to the intentions of the driver. To a large extent, the driving performance of a car is determined by the level of confidence it gives to its driver. So the target was to develop a car that would give as much confidence as possible to the driver. The greater the confidence, the faster the driver can drive it. Sounded simple, but it was certainly easier said than done.
やっぱりマキネンさんっていうのは我々のそういう技術的な考え方とそういうのが結構よく通じる方で実は驚いたんですが、でそういった中で一緒に考えていく中でですね、そのマキネンさんがそういう本格的にスポーツする走行をするですね、それに対する要求とかですね、内容、そういったものをお伺いしてですね、でそれに我々のそういう蓄積した技術をぶつけていったんですね。
ラリーで、チャンピオンの実績があるドライバーですから、限界を極めた走りの領域での評価というのは我々の車作りにフィードバックするというのは非常に有益なことだと考えています。その貴重な意見をいただきながら車作りをしています。
Looking at lap times at the Nürburgring, another interesting trend becomes apparent. As the WRX STI set a lap time of 7 minutes and 55 seconds, its average speed was approximately 158 kilometers an hour. The Subaru's maximum speed on the final straight was 255 kilometers an hour. On the other hand, the top speed of other models with a lap time of around 7 minutes and 55 seconds was at least 280 kilometers an hour. In other words, the WRX STI had a much faster cornering speed than the rest of the pack. This high cornering speed is the fruit of Subaru's car development and essential performance to fast lap times at the Nürburgring. Let's look at a few corners of the Nordschleife. For example, the Hatzenbach and Hocheichen that greet the driver right after the start are tight corners that require the utmost steering precision. The Adenauer Forst and Kallenhardt subject the car and driver to strong vertical jolts. And the renowned Carousel corner is a concrete bank that creates fine vibrations.
そのロードスポーツとしての頂点を極めるために、このニュルブルクリンクを使って、そこには今の技術プラス将来技術も含めて、研究開発の一環として、ここで確認して、それで、特に足回りを中心に今回進化をしていますけども、そこの部分の確認をしているというところです。
On the day we measured the lap time, atmospheric temperature was 2 degrees centigrade. This was not a favorable condition for tire grip. A cold pavement dampens the dynamic performance of a car on straights, corners, and in braking. Immediately after the start, the car makes a descent as it rounds a series of tight corners. Amidst the severe G-forces to the left and right, the car's precise handling and instantaneous response is important, as well as the driver's quick steering and speed control. Let's take a look at the refinements made on the new WRX STi to achieve speed. Our foremost emphasis was on the driver's confidence in the car. In sports driving, the bottom line is to what extent the driver can trust the vehicle's behavior when in trouble. Steering precision and instantaneous response. These are the key factors that inspire confidence. In essence, when the driver turns the steering wheel, the car must follow the exact line intended by the driver without delay. This is a big technical challenge, especially at high speeds, but it is essential to a car intended for sports driving. For the new WRX STi, our focus was on the front and rear suspension and mounting to achieve our goal. Pillow ball bushing was used for the first time in the front suspension system to achieve confidence-inspiring handling with great precision. To match the revamped front suspension, we replaced the subframe bushings in the rear suspension system. The comprehensive tuning improved handling precision and response. Subaru engineers were convinced that by creating a car with greater precision and instantaneous response to the driver's controls, the driver would gain much higher confidence in the car. This was confirmed as we received a thumbs up from top driver Mäkinen after a Superman-like high-speed test at the Nürburgring, the most demanding track in the world. World champion driver Tommi Mäkinen demanded a car that could follow the exact line intended through the corners under positive and negative Gs on the Nürburgring. It was the confidence that he wanted the most. Besides steering precision and vehicle response, we have also improved other essentials, like lateral acceleration, understeer characteristics, and roll angle. By reviewing the measurement data, we found that acceleration further improved in the high-speed uphill corner immediately after the tight right corner called the Bergwerk, after the town of Adenau. This means that the improvements in understeer characteristics allow the driver to accelerate with confidence earlier in the tight Bergwerk corner.